Well, hello again, everyone, and welcome to the Options Mentor as we continue our crazy ride up here in the market. The market is going higher and higher, set new highs, of course, this week. Internals are terrible. Go anywhere you want to read that's honest, at least, about the market. And you'll see that the breadth is just basically nothing. This is all the 4 to 7 tech stocks, depending on who you believe. And whenever you have this kind of thing ongoing, I've been telling you, I'm going to keep harping on it. This leads to some very sharp sell-offs. And right now we're even in a place where it's so crazy, anything could happen. I mean, we could have a sharp rise, a sharp sell-off, pick your poison. But it does seem to me that you have to be a little more wary about a pullback. Now, we do have this coming week 2 days of testimony from the Fed chair in front of Congress. So that will probably be the biggest news of the week that affects the market, at least that we know about coming. Also, you have the non-farm payrolls on Friday. That can have some effect. But I don't think anything will have the effect that whatever the market discerns from what Chairman Powell says this week in front of Congress. That'll probably be something. I'm not saying it's going to create a huge move. I just feel like a big move's coming. Maybe it's a move to spike this over 5,100, and maybe it's a move to take us back to 5,000. I don't know. But it just doesn't take, I don't think it takes a student of the market to see that you just can't go up continually. That's one. Two, you can't do that on the backs of just a few stocks. And by the way, you can't do that in the absence of fundamentals, which they really don't have. Maybe NVIDIA does, with the AI craze, maybe there's something there. But a lot of these tech stocks, the fundamentals aren't there, not to drive this crazy of a ride up. In fact, the other day I saw on a social media site under stocks, talking about stocks, that a couple people, it's hilarious what you can see. People thought that NVIDIA may be the stock that never goes down, which of course is funny because that's not going to happen. But whenever you see that kind of thinking, that kind of people expressing themselves that we're never going down, that's usually when it's going down. The famous story with Joseph Kennedy in the stock market. He took his money out of it whenever his shoe shine boy asked him about stocks. Then he knew it had gone too far when everybody was in it. And now everybody thinks we're just never going down. That's when you get problems. So anyway, I want to talk about something this week that, you know what, it can go up some, fine. And it can go down a lot, and you're not going to be as uncomfortable. So let's take a look at that. I'm going to share my screen here, and we're going to look at a diagonal. Now, this diagonal is only 5 points wide. So why did I do that? Well, a 5-point wide put diagonal in this case, this gives you a flat line to the downside. Are you getting rich if it runs down precipitously? No. But can you easily adjust or even take it off at a small profit down in here? Yes. So you're going to have that little bit of comfort. If you had this on and you woke up the next morning and you saw the futures were down 80, you're not getting waxed, not in a large way. Now, what do I give up for that? Because I've been telling you guys, nothing's free. Every time you get something, you give up something. Well, I give up a little tighter upside, but it's not paralyzing. It's not that, I can't take an up move. No, in fact, this thing's going to have to go up 50 points. If we did it right here, and if you put it on with the SPX, it closed at 51.37 on Friday. That's the number I'm using. So generally speaking, what I would do is probably in the afternoon, tomorrow or whatever day, if this trade fits you, you think it's appropriate, or you want to follow on paper, which is great, do what's right for you. This isn't a recommendation, this is education. So you can follow it along on paper, but I would place the trade with a long, maybe, 20 points above where we're trading or so, something in that area. And then you sell that short put 5 points lower. Remember, sometimes we use 10 points, but that's when you're really bearish. But this is just giving a nod to a possible downside move. Because if you did 10 points, it's even worse up here. So if we're wrong and it runs up, much more painful, 10 points wide than 5. So what we do with this, if we get up here, you can take it off, or you can add another trade up here that widens out your graph. And down here, same thing, take the profit or add something that widens your graph. But I like this kind of thing. It makes you feel a little safer, because very often when the market goes down, it's pretty violent compared to the upside. Although we've had some crazy upside moves lately. Generally, the downside moves are much more vicious, more panic, volatility spiking, all those things. And by the way, you're long volatility, so you might even get a little lift down in here with this type of trade. But that's the kind of thing I would be looking at this week myself, if we stay where we're at here. As always, if we open up tomorrow, which is Monday, with some crazy up move of 100 points or down move 100, it might change things. Probably wouldn't change things if it was a crazy up move, but down move it definitely would, because we'd spike so high on volatility. But all right, that's what I got for you this week. As always, I appreciate everyone subscribing. Please tell your friends. And I really would appreciate if you guys want to come over, if it's right for you, to get some options education, to arimer.com. All of the information is right there in the description of the video here. How to see me every day, Monday through Friday. I'm doing opening bells over there, a 30-minute session talking about what's going on that day. A couple days a week, traders lounges and help desk, where you can show me trades and get my opinion on them. That's over there, how to get hooked up to be able to do that. It's really growing over there, lots of folks there, and you could be amongst them, getting some option education that could really enhance your trading skills. Also, I'm always available for one-on-one mentoring if you would like that. And that information is also in the description. So have a great trading week, folks. I'll be back with you here again next week. And I hope that we get something out of the market that's highly tradable and that we can enjoy, which I believe we're coming into, I believe, a calmer time once we get past whatever this rip is, I think what's coming. And then maybe we can get this market back to normal. This might take a few months. But I think we're heading, I think, towards an endpoint in the craziness, and hopefully something where we can get a little more back and forth market, which makes our lives even more easy. All right. I'll talk to you guys next week. Have a great one. Bye-bye.